Hello dear friends, thank you for joining me on Dragonfly Soul Tarot. Today I have a special treat for you. I have a little bit of an experiment. I call it the problem solution 3-card throw. I'm going to be throwing 3 cards as the problem and then rearranging them to see what the solution might be. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing 3 cards and looking for what the problem might be, and then rearrange them in the as a solution. Okay, so this is the lovely Tarot de Marseille. It is a pip deck. I really love this deck, but I don't use it very often because I know people like the picture deck. So this particular deck I'm going to be using for today only. I may use it in the future if I get any requests for this particular deck, but this is a very nice deck. I learned on the pip decks, and I'm very happy to be using them. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to stop jibber jabbering and get into our readings. Let's go. Okay, now we are doing the problem solution throw for Pisces. I have shuffled the cards. I'm going to cut them now. 2, 3. There we go. Okay. So the first card for Pisces is the Page of Wands. Second card for Pisces is the Two of Wands. And the third card for Pisces is the Ace of Wands. All right, okay, so the cards seem to want to address a concern that you have regarding something to do with your creativity, either the way you look at it or the way that it's manifesting in your life. Perhaps you are feeling like you are in a rut when it comes to your career, or you are thinking about starting a new direction and pursuing some sort of creative endeavor. You are here. Oh, so sorry about that. you are receiving some sort of message in terms of this creative endeavor that's on your mind, and it's kind of setting you back a little bit. You thought you had all the information that you needed to move forward, but now you are facing some self-doubt. This is a message, an outside message, or an internal monologue that causes self-doubt, because in the Three of Wands we get to move forward, but in the Two of Wands we are just looking outward and we are trying to make a decision. We hesitate, we are hopeful, but we haven't actually made the move yet to pursue this direction. That's where the Three of Wands comes in. Now, no matter what, you are going to pursue this creative endeavor, whatever it is, whether it be some sort of sideline business, or a move into a new career, or even a new relationship. The Ace of Wands is where we have to think creatively. Not only when it comes to business and creative endeavors like writing a book or making a painting, but we have to think creatively in all aspects of our lives. We have to think creatively when we are putting together a budget for the year ahead, or trying to make our relationships better by examining what we need to make communication between us, you and your partner, better. So whatever this creative endeavor is in your mind, you are feeling like you've set back a little bit. You're feeling doubtful that you're going to make the right decision, or about how to go about making these decisions. Well, no matter what you are going to do, this is going to move forward, and you are going to, it seems to me like you are going to be successful no matter what. So what you're going to need to do is to get rid of this doubt. If we put the Two of Wands in the beginning of the 3-card throw, and we put this in the end, we're just going to rearrange this so that we have the message in the middle. Now it becomes a solution where you are taking that indecision of the Two of Wands and making a decision. And sending that email that gets this project going. You are writing that letter. You are sending that message, sending that text. This becomes action on your part. So you are no longer held back by a message that came in from somewhere else. You are now the person of action, and you are taking this in action and moving forward on this, and that will make this all that much more effective, all that much more better, and it will sorry about that. I'm just getting over a little bit of a sore throat here. That will make this final outcome, it'll amplify its it'll amplify its effectiveness. Still can't say effectiveness. There, I said it. Okay. So much more because you will be the person taking action, as opposed to letting whatever's coming in from the action from outside hold you back. Okay, Pisces, it seems like you have some very promising creative endeavor coming up, and I wish you luck on it. It seems to be all up to you. Okay, so don't let other people or circumstances or, I don't know, self-doubt hold you back. Make sure that you are the one in the driver's seat. Okay, Pisces, and you will do just fine. You will do just fine either way, but it'll be so much better if you make a conscious effort to be the one making that decision. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your 3-card throw problem solution spread for the Happy New Year of 2018. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 3 cards, and then we are going to look to see what the problem is, and then hopefully find a solution in the cards. Okay, so here we go. First card is the 6 of Swords. Second card is Justice. Third card is the 3 of Swords. Oh goodness, Cancer. Cancer is dealing with some lingering pain, it seems, some heartache of some sort, trying to get over something or someone that happened over a big disappointment. It may or may not have lingered after even you found out that you were in the right. I mean, you were in the right, but that didn't help. You are still feeling this pain. And you thought this is a kind of taking you by surprise, because you thought you had gotten away from it. You thought you had released whatever this was, but it seems to, maybe in some moments of contemplation, this has overwhelmed you once again, and you are feeling it again. You are reliving some past pain, Cancer. Why are you doing that? This is something that you thought you had let go. I mean, I don't want to seem obvious here, but if you were in the right, Cancer, and everything, okay, maybe not everything turned out the way you wanted, but you knew you were right, and you feel vindicated in your convictions that you were right. Why are you dwelling on it? What we need to do is to leave that heartache in the past. You see, the 3 of Swords, to me, I see them as the, you know, the 5 stages of grieving, the first 3 stages. So the 3 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, it's very early. The 3 of Swords is the first three stages of grieving, which is, I believe it's denial, anger, bargaining. Anger, denial, bargaining. I'm going to have to double check that. But those are the three first stages of grieving. So you are still stuck in these three first stages of grieving, even though you knew that you were in the right. And it was the right thing to do. If you left someone, it was the right thing to do. They were causing you a lot of pain, but you're still stuck in the three first stages of grieving. So that's why I've moved that card to the end here. I have switched the reading to mean you thought you had gotten away, you knew you were right, but now these feelings are coming back to haunt you. I'm going to say the solution to that is to get past those first three stages of grieving and accept that you were right and move forward. Move forward, move ahead, move on, turn a page. Whatever it was, you were right, but there's nothing you can do about it now. Okay? Dwelling upon it is just going to keep you stuck in the first three stages. You want to look for the last two stages, move through them, and then move forward in your life so that you can continue on. And whatever this is, if this was a bad relationship, you can bring in a good relationship. If this was a betrayal or loss of a loved one, you can finally let them go and put your mind at peace. You know, everybody leaves us in this lifetime. You know, nobody lives forever. Okay, so whatever this heartache was, just understand it's part of the process of being alive. And you were vindicated, or whatever reason you had for putting in the past, it was the right thing to do. Okay? So in the future, the cards in the solution layout, remember we had the problem layout in the first section, and now I've changed it to the solution layout. We have the Six of Swords at the end, indicating it's time for you to move on. From, you know, in the Rider-Waite deck, we have the little boat, the guy in the boat, swimming, rowing from choppy waters to smooth waters, okay? So, yeah, it's very clear to me, Taurus, don't stay stuck in that pain, in those first three stages of grief. Move on. It's time to move on. Clear yourself. Go through the final two stages of grief and move forward with your life. Okay, Cancer, that was your problem solution reading for the beginning of 2018. I hope that was helpful. Okay, Scorpio, here we are for your problem solution 3-card throw for New Year's 2018. We are going to look and see if the cards will tell us what problem that you need to work on, and whether or not there's a solution readily available for you. So let's get started. Oh, actually, I need to cut the cards. Here we go. 2, 3. Okay, so the first card, Scorpio, is the Queen of Swords. Second card, Scorpio, is the Page of Cups. And the third card, Scorpio, is the Seven of Cups. Okay, let me see. Let me take a closer look here. The Queen of Swords, Page of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Something confused about something. Some mixed signals from a certain person. Is this you, though? Is this you acting out and hurting somebody? What is this? Okay, Scorpio, I had to think on this one for a second, and it seems to me like you have heard from someone from your past, and it's causing you a lot of confusion. Or you're thinking about someone from your past. You want to return to someone from your past, but they are not having any of it. You are feeling really nostalgic, and it's interesting because this is really coming through strongly, even though I don't see the Six of Swords here. Look at how sad our little page looks here with this cup. That just really stands out to me. And he's looking at the Queen of Swords, but the Queen of Swords is not paying attention to him. And she is the Queen of Swords, the Queen of self-centeredness, the Queen of cutting words, of cutting off. So whatever this situation is, and she is a queen too, so she is somebody whom you want in your life, as opposed to a king being someone who wants to be in your life. Does that make sense? The queens are people whom we want in our lives. The kings are those who come towards us in our lives. So, yeah, wow, there's a lot of confusion. It seems to me like you may have contacted this person, but it's still a no-go. Scorpio, you know what? I'm going to do another one because this is kind of sad. I don't see a solution to that besides just letting go, you know, Scorpio. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to do a quick shuffle. I am a terrible shuffler, especially when I'm in a hurry. Seven, 8, 9. Okay, and then we'll do a quick cut. There we go, Scorpio. Let's take a look at this problem from another perspective. Here we go. The Knight of Wands, the Seven of Cups. How do you explain that, Scorpio? And the King of Swords. Okay, well, one thing, you're not escaping the people around you. There's people around you coming at you. You know, that's another interpretation of the Seven of Cups, is just having so many choices and you are confused. It looks to me like you left behind someone in your past, maybe a fire sign or someone passionate, someone who was very outgoing and fiery, and yet in the future you have someone coming towards you, someone who is always there, someone who is dependable and reliable, if a bit how should I say this? They're not a little cold. Yeah, they're a little cold. So this person seems to be a constant in your life, and this person was someone whom you wanted to be in your life, but now they're in the past. And it's interesting that you received the Seven of Cups once again, the card of confusion, the card of illusion, and needing to decide amongst a number of people. It seems to me like the decision is made for you, Scorpio. This person whom you wanted in your life, they are moving away, I'm afraid. This person who has always been in your life will continue to be in your life. Although there is a distinct possibility that you may meet others. If this person is not someone who is making you happy, you definitely have a chance of meeting many more people, and perhaps finding someone who makes you as happy as this person once did. Because I think they made you happy, Scorpio. They made you happy, but something happened, and they became disillusioned with you, or they no longer, they fell out of love with you, and they walked away or rode away, and for some reason or another you couldn't keep them in your life. There's this other person in your life who's always a constant, maybe a friend or a spouse or a long time on again off again relationship. They will always be there. Perhaps it was a love triangle that ended and you're feeling like you miss that person that was the third part of the triangle. Whatever it was, Scorpio, the cards are just saying you have to let them go. You need to let them go. The only other solution we have here is to put the Seven of Cups at the end and start fresh. Okay, this may be a viable solution for you. Either stick with this person who's been with you all the time, okay, even though you're confused, they've always been there. You obviously feel like they are a permanent fixture of your life, so you can stick with them, or you can just start fresh and go out and seek other options. Okay, Scorpio, I find it very interesting that you got the Seven of Cups twice, even though I never start a reading over. I always try to work with the cards that are dealt, but isn't that wild that you got the Seven of Cups twice? A lot of confusion, a lot of people around you, a lot of possibilities, but also a lot of illusion. Do you know, if you had, say, left your spouse for this person here, would it have worked out? Or was it all an illusion? Like the Seven of Cups is alluding to. So those are your choices, Scorpio. You either stay with the person who is in your life right now, or you start fresh and look for someone who is not as cold as this person, but maybe more like this fiery sign back here, this fiery knight back here, whom you, I guess this was the one that got away, huh, Scorpio? Anyways, I hope that was gee, I really hate it when there's no clear-cut solution to a problem. I find it really frustrating. Well, what I'm going to do now, I hope you found that helpful, though, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this experiment, and let me know if you want me to try some more of these types of problem solutions and experiments in the future. It was really a lot of fun. It was something that that happened in a reading that I had earlier this year, and it just blew my mind, and I told my reader that it was just a fantastic thing to do. So I was experimenting with it a little bit on my own, and I thought it turned out quite well. Let me know what you think. Also, if you like my style of reading, please spread the word. Don't forget to subscribe, like my videos, and comment. I love to hear from you. I do my best to respond to every comment within 24 hours. Later on this year, I will be offering readings, just not at this point. Right now, I rely on your feedback to know what direction to take in the future. So once again, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next time on Dragonfly Soul Tarot. Bye-bye.